again, I'm Dr. Nev and I'm a licensed psychologist, and this is part 9 of my 10-part series of techniques that you can use to help you manage your anxiety. As I mentioned in parts 1 through 8, I frequently utilize these techniques with clients in my private practice, and I hope you will find them to be useful as well. If you are experiencing significant distress, please contact your local psychologist. In today's video, I will cover strategies for quickly soothing yourself and your anxiety. Self-soothing skills are typically basic life skills, and I would gauge that you're probably using some of these skills from time to time. However, my goal today is to encourage you to use these skills more frequently and also more consistently. The first technique we will discuss is self-soothing action. So when you're feeling anxious or you're feeling nervous, instead of just kind of stewing there and feeling upset, I would like you to jump into self-soothing, self-comfort mode. So what makes you feel comforted? What makes you feel good? For some people, it's listening to their favorite song. For others, it's making a warm cup of tea or maybe a warm shower, lighting your favorite candle. You kind of choose whatever it is that makes you feel comforted and go ahead and do that. The second technique is touching a comforting object or person. So for example, if you're lucky enough to have a dog or a cat, go ahead and find them, give them a little pet if they let you. Or if you live with somebody, just ask them for a hug. Researchers have found that hugs release a chemical known as oxytocin, which is known as the hug hormone, and it just helps to alleviate tension and anxiety. Alternatively, if you are not fortunate enough to live with somebody, go ahead and just try giving yourself a self-hug. I know it might sound kind of goofy and look a little weird, but if you do that and you hold on for about 20-30 seconds, you're going to start experiencing some alleviation of tension in your body. The third and final technique I wanted to discuss with you today is extremely important, and it relates to self-soothing talk. So most individuals, when they get anxious or they get frustrated, they tend to be quite self-critical, or they might say not so kind things to themselves. So what I would like you to do instead is focus on self-affirmative, self-soothing self-talk. So essentially what you're doing is just picking a phrase or a sentence that reminds you that you are a strong, intelligent, and capable person. And you can say something along the lines of, you've got this, or I trust that you will get through this, you're smart, you're capable, you're strong, I'm doing the best I can, this too shall pass, I'm proud of you, keep going. And the key here is to pick a technique or a self-affirmative statement that is most authentic to you. It can be cheesy, but if it feels more authentic and more real, then you won't feel as silly repeating it. The nice thing about this technique is that you don't have to do it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. You can literally just repeat to yourself, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, 10 or 15 times, and you will already start to feel a little bit of tension melting away and start replacing some of that anxiety-producing critical self-talk with more positive, more encouraging, more hopeful self-talk. Last but not least, if you would really like to up the ante, you can also go ahead and write that phrase, like you've got this, on a little sticky note, and just stick it on your bathroom mirror or in your work planner so you can be reminded of that throughout the day. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, many of you might be practicing some of these techniques from time to time. However, I would really like to challenge you to double up on your efforts and do this more actively and more consistently. The more intentional you are, the more effective these techniques will become over time. For example, your 15-minute cool-down shower might eventually become a 5-minute cool-down shower, or over time, you will only need three self-affirmative techniques or statements such as you've got this, instead of having to repeat it 10 or 15 times to get the same type of anxiety relief. So I want to thank you again for watching part 9 of my 10-part series on anxiety reduction. If you found this video to be helpful, I certainly hope you will check out part 10. And also, if you like the videos that I'm creating, please click subscribe so YouTube can alert you anytime a new video becomes available. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.